word left. Settle down. That's what it is. Settle down. Let's go. Come on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 8 of Settle Down Podcast. Today, Andrew doesn't know what we're talking about, so I'm going to let you in on that little secret. All right, maybe you do. I don't know. Did you see the Dave Chappelle thing that happened on Tuesday night?
I did see it, but I don't know a lot on it.
Okay, so Dave Chappelle was performing at the Hollywood Bowl on Tuesday night. Insert video here.
History. Thank you, son. It was a trans man.
Was that Will Smith?
So, as you saw in the video, guy runs up on stage in the middle of Dave Chappelle's set and tackles him. We don't know the reason yet. This is all very new. It just happened Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very nice about it. What I wanted to ask you, though, what I wanted to talk about today is... So Chris Rock runs up on stage afterward, and he said he grabbed the mic from Dave Chappelle, and he said, "Is that Will Smith? Or was that Will Smith?" Right? Everybody laughs, they're screaming, laughing, blah blah blah. But I think there is something, and not to be like too serious. Like I like to have fun on the show, right? But it is a serious, somewhat serious topic anyway. Yeah. Like the idea of people running up on stage and tackling or trying to silence other people. Mm-hmm. When they're talking, and I'm not even trying to get into the politics of it, but just like, you know, with the free speech and all that shit. Yeah. But like, what do you think about it so far? Do you think? I guess the way I should pose the question is: do you think that Will Smith actually had anything to do, not with last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it was, but the idea that that's okay? Like that did that kind of kick off the whole thing? Mm. Do you think it's okay? And whether you think it's okay or not, like, what do you think should happen next, if anything at all? And then when you're wrong, because you always are, I'll tell you how you're wrong.
Okay. I don't know, because I feel like people running up on stage has been happening. Like, you see it at concerts and shit like that. Like, I feel like it's something that's not necessarily new, just because of Will Smith.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
Right, but that was a very public display.
Yeah, totally. Will Smith was a very public display, but in that matter, I don't see how Will Smith could tie into that guy thinking that, like, it's okay. Not that it's not okay, but like
maybe Dave Chappelle made a joke about the guy's wife.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like people have just been...
Maybe the guy who tackled him's wife had alopecia. That's really what it is.
I feel like people just have been running up on stage for a long time. Like, you see it at concerts and shit. But
so I feel like it's not that big of a deal in like looking back. People don't give it much weight for a couple of reasons. One, Chris Rock was fine. He didn't go to the hospital because of the Will Smith slap. And then two, Dave Chappelle was fine. So what happens when they're not fine? So the craziest thing to me was the video, again, that I just played, where you can see the guy runs up on stage, and like at a large venue like that, if you're up in the nosebleed seats, like Dave Chappelle's this big. Yeah. So they have those huge jumbotron screens on either side. Yeah. So all of a sudden he's just not in the screen. He's just gone. Yeah. And but then there's still like a little bit of a time differential between when he gets tackled and you see like 3 or 4 security guards running up. Mm. How did the guy even get to the stage? That's the part that I don't understand.
That's what I don't understand either.
That is the part that frustrates me the most, because people are always going to be crazy. You kind of have to, like, and again, I'm not justifying what the guy did physically, like running up, tackling anybody, but you have to understand that there are crazy people out there. Yeah. So if we already know there are crazy people, which is the only reason, by the way, that security even matters. Because if nobody was crazy and nobody gave a shit, there'd be no reason to hire security. That wouldn't exist. Yeah. So you hire security to prevent things like that from happening. Things still happen, and they're like chugging along after the guy. How?
Yeah.
How? And I'm not saying that they should have like shot the guy or had a gun or anything crazy like that, but like how did it get to that point? That's the question I need to answer.
I feel like that's a big thing too. Like I don't understand, and like most of the time it's just like one person too. Like if it's like a crowd of like 15 people trying to run up, it's different.
Oh yeah, 100% agree.
But like most of the time it's like one or two people. Like how are they getting up there? You know what I mean? Like there's at least 15 security like on the floor right in front of like the crowd. Like,
Right.
I don't understand how one person can just barrel their way through like that much security.
So full disclosure, right? Your dad's a comedian.
Yeah.
How do you feel if it was your dad? So pretend your dad is in Dave Chappelle's position.
Yeah.
Does it bear more weight on you now?
Yeah, totally.
Why?
Because he's my dad.
Right. In my opinion, it wouldn't. It wouldn't bear any difference of weight. It would be just as fucking bad.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously, like, it's my dad. I care, right? But at the same time, it's like, it shouldn't be happening to anybody.
Yeah.
So, this plays into, and again, you didn't do anything wrong, but you gotta, this is the way that I believe, in my warped sense of whatever, this is the way that I believe that everyone should look at every situation, is like, not even necessarily what if it was me, because a lot of people today don't really give a fuck about themselves. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like they're so selfless and they're just always being so charitable or whatever, but they just, you know, people, they always try and be like, you know, we've talked about this masculinity thing, and everybody's like, oh, I would just kick the guy's ass, no big deal, I wouldn't even need security, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Like, oh, all right. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it too is, so take yourself out of the equation and put someone you really care about in their situation.
Yeah. It's different. But it's like not at the same time.
Well, you would think it'd be worse if it was you.
Yeah.
You know, what if you were up there giving a set and someone came up and tackled you? Well, your initial response to anybody asking that question is going to be like, "Oh, I'd fuck him up. I'd kick the fucking ass." But it's like, okay, great, tough guy. Yeah, wonderful, good for you. Hey, there you go, tough guy.
It's
Tony.
definitely not like that.
But it's really not. It's really not like that.
Especially when there's like 200,000 people. You know, you're trying to perform.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like that. Like you get stress on yourself already.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
And again, the way that he handles it, because Dave Chappelle is the greatest of all time, he gets up and he makes a joke.
Yeah.
Now, thankfully, he wasn't hurt or anything, but like, he gets up, he makes a joke. I don't know what happened from there. I'm sure he just continued the set as scheduled. Excuse me. Oh. But even still, it's one of those things where you can't, it can't be rules for thee, but not for me. So it's got to be one of those things where if you don't condone it, you can't condone it for anybody, whether it's your father, whether it's Dave Chappelle, whether it's anybody else. That's the part of it that's
yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just been like an ongoing thing. Like people just like stage diving and like rushing to the stage. It's like for what though? You know.
So okay. So here's my next question then. Do you think that it's even relevant, or do you think that it came up in conversation because Dave Chappelle's a comedian and because Chris Rock went on stage? Like, do you think that connection was why the media like talked about it?
Wait, say that again. Like,
so like shit happens like you said at concerts and things all the time, but because Chris Rock went up on stage, do you think that that's why the media went crazy with it? Like,
like relating it back to Will or whatever.
Yeah. Like, do you think that there's a heavier emphasis on it now because of that event?
I don't know, but like probably so? A little bit in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the media always loves to just like change shit and make it worse than it actually is, and like, you know what I mean? Like.
I know.
So
I don't know what Dave Chappelle's security did to that guy, but the guy who rushed the stage ended up leaving in an ambulance.
Yeah, in a stretcher, yeah.
So it's
I heard they like fucked him up or some shit.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
Do not rush Dave Chappelle's stage.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Yeah. I wouldn't either. I'd be too busy laughing.
Like, exactly. It's like,
why do you not go and just enjoy a comedian?
That's what I'm saying. Like if you go to a concert, like are you there to rush the fucking stage and just get bombarded by security as soon as you step up there?
I've never understood that, rushing anything. Like, why do people like? So I can understand. Not that I've ever done it, but I can understand like streaking at like a baseball game because it's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
That like you just you lose your mind a little bit and you want to go and run across a field.
Scream at the that's like making bad calls on your 5-year-olds. Like,
but like no, on like an MLB, like Dodgers or like a Red Sox game, streaking, bro, streaking, naked, running across the field. At 5-year-old, yes, at Pee Wee baseball, streaking. One of the dads, he gets really upset at the ump, and he just takes his fucking clothes off and goes.
Watch that like happen in like 2 weeks.
It's so funny.
Like, call it.
That'll be all over the news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that, at least in some weird way, makes at least a little bit more sense to me. Because they're just bored and stupid. But like, you spent Dave Chappelle's not cheap to go see.
Yeah.
Nosebleeds or otherwise. Like, it's not like that's an event. He's a great comedian, or he's a very famous comedian, or whatever the excuses that he charges, the money that he charges. But there's like tens of thousands of seats at the Hollywood Bowl, and you spent the money on the ticket to go rush the stage that, like, because you had to know that you were going to rush the stage when you spent the money on the ticket.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like, why? Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, go in and enjoy it. Like, you paid for it, right? So you paid X amount of money to rush the stage and leave in an ambulance?
You left in an ambulance, and he got paid for you to leave in an ambulance.
Instead of just sitting there and laughing at one of the greatest comedians that's ever lived? I just don't know.
Yeah, or just don't go.
Yeah.
If you don't support it, don't support it.
Yeah. It's like one or the other. I don't know.
Go home, stay home, make a video, complain online.
Yeah.
And don't give Dave Chappelle your money.
Yeah. It's pretty simple, honestly.
Or go to his show and laugh. But like that's literally what happened. He spent the money to go home in an ambulance. Congrats, bro. You're winning.
And then the hospital bills too. Whatever that's
whatever else it is. Oh, watch him sue Dave Chappelle because the security team beat him up.
Yeah. That would just be great.
Oh, people do shit like that all the time, bro. People do shit like that all the time.
Johnny, Alec, Dave. That would be a lineup and a half, huh?
I can't wait for the Alec Baldwin trial. I can't wait. I hope that there's a trial. I mean, like,
yeah,
I will live stream it.
All right, let's not dive into Alec here.
No, I'm just saying. I just can't wait. Like, I will do 8-hour streams all day, every day, just reacting to every. Like, that's bullshit. You know me, kid. By day 2, I'm gonna be sitting there going, "Objection, Your Honor." I mean, I don't agree.
Just like, wait, who am I talking to?
Oh, make me laugh.
Yeah.
What else you got going on? How's your? You got any fun plans for the weekend?
No, honestly.
You're so boring.
I know, I am boring. No big plans for the weekend. Just some friends coming home and a lot of friends finishing up school. So, summer's underway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super important to me. Like, now that I've committed to this,
yep.
Like, that we do an episode every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like, that is super important to me. Yeah. But it's stressful.
It is stressful. That is.
It's tiring.
It's for sure. It's tricky. Yeah.
It's all your fault. I'm just kidding.
I know.
This week's been rough, dude. It's been like a lot of work. Not in like a bad way necessarily. Just like, it's just been a lot. There's been a lot of stuff. My cousin's starting a business, the one that did this cutout, and I've been trying to like help him with promoting social media stuff, and he's getting there, and it's just a lot of stuff. He's actually incredibly talented and very bright, but it's like, it's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Totally. And then RJ came in this week. RJ did his own podcast, started his own podcast. The fireman came in this week. And I can't, you know what? Part of it's my fault because, like, well, first of all, it's no one's fault. It is my fault that I'm overtired. I need to, like, either schedule my time better or whatever. But like, part of it's my fault in the sense that, like, I can't get away from this Johnny Depp trial. Yeah. Because at every turn, every time that something like a new witness comes up or something new happens, I have to watch. I have to see what's going on. Yeah. It's like, now I've invested X amount of time. Yeah. There was doctor who came in who said that Amber Heard was she had borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. And then now Amber Heard's case is on right now. And there's the first witness they brought up was an expert witness who's a psychologist or whatever.
Yeah.
All she did was talk about male on female violence. That's all she did.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, like the way that especially with it streaming on YouTube, and I watch like Nick Rekieta's channel, so he's on the side, he's a lawyer, he's an attorney, he's
Goated.
probably one of the best commentating. I don't know how he is in court, like I've never seen him on a trial. I'm sure he's great, he's hilarious to listen to, and I don't know, but so it's just super easy from the outside. I'm not a lawyer, right? He is a lawyer. He's commentating on the trial live while it happens, and I'm watching the trial. So every time they make a mistake, or every time something bad or something goes in not in the favor of one way or the other, he'll make a comment on it on both sides. So if like the prosecution, if the plaintiff messes up, if the defendant messes up, whatever. And when either side does something good, that he's like, well, that was really good. That's something I would do or whatever. Yeah. But it's like so easy to Monday morning quarterback a trial when you're not under the pressure in the courtroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it makes you sit there and go like, oh, I'd be a good litigator. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there going, I could cross-examine this bitch. Like, you know, like,
no, you're good.
But like, I don't know. Maybe I could. Maybe I missed my calling.
Yeah.
I am, dude. I'm definitely like the investigative type.
See, like, all right. Here's a question for you: if you didn't have this, like, what would you like to do besides this?
So I actually got asked this question on another podcast recently, but nothing. Like, so you know how people like have a job, like they'll have like a Dunkin' Donuts job, and it's like, okay, but what are your dreams? Yeah. Like, this is my dream. I'm living it. Not the podcast necessarily, but running a media production company. Yeah. Like, that's when I was in first grade, they go around the room and it was like, Billy wants to be an astronaut and Johnny wants to be a cowboy. And it's like, Nick, what do you want to be? And I was like, Steven Spielberg. I literally said movie producer. Like, that's like what I wanted to do. And so I spent, a whole bunch of time not doing that. And kind of decided that, like, it was time, just like I said on the last episode with RJ, like, I'm going to be old. I already feel like I'm 90, but like I'm going to actually be old. And it comes sooner than you think. And then you're dead. So like I feel like people worry too much either like societally about getting married or having kids or whatever.
It's just like the order. I don't know. I feel like people.
It's that linear sense of time. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, you go have lunch, you have dinner, you go to bed.
Yep. I feel like, okay, I'm going to go to high school, I'm going to graduate high school, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to graduate college, I'm going to have a job right out of college.
Right. Why are you
then
going
I'm
to
going to find my husband.
Because I just graduated high school?
Then I'm going to find my husband. Then I'm going to have kids at 29.
Oh, how's your husband? What do you want? What's your ideal husband?
I don't know. I just don't like people that think like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
not necessarily that I don't.
Everybody technically thinks that way.
But
at one point, I'm sure you thought that way. I thought that way.
Yeah, I did. But I don't know. I feel like that's just like the society norm. Just like.
Right. But I think you have to. Here's the thing. You got to have some sort of plan if you're not going to do that. It's a great. Dude, the reason it's the society norm and like being a heroin addict is not is because being a heroin addict doesn't always work out in the favor of the person who's choosing to do that, or who's addicted. And it's a struggle. Addiction's a horrible thing. But the reason that that's not the societal norm is because it's not a positive norm. So like if you don't know what to do with your life, there is a structure in place that can kind of get you at least somewhere into a job sense. I think the biggest problem with college is that it starts too early. Well, that's a lie. The biggest problem with college is how much it costs. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Do you think college should be free?
No. I don't believe that education is a right.
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like it's on. I am a huge believer in if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Whether it's done right, whether it's done wrong. I believe in failing 1 trillion times in order to succeed once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I believe in help. Like if you're a kid learning to tie your shoes, you want someone to show you how to tie your shoes. But if you are constantly tying your kids' shoes, they are never going to learn how to tie their own fucking shoes.
Yeah.
I knew somebody, a friend of mine, I went over to their house for dinner once, and their neighbors were over. They're like friends of the parents, right?
Yeah.
And the female half of the couple that was like the friends, the neighbors.
Yeah.
Was laughing. They were telling jokes about when they were younger, right? Because they're all so much older now and all this other stuff. And she goes, "Yeah, when I had my first car, it ran out of gas, but I didn't know that you had to fill the tank. So I was on the side of the highway, crying to my dad on the phone, not understanding why the car wouldn't move forward." So to me, college is not the answer. That's a parenting education issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
That's a problem.
That's I think that's more than a problem.
No amount of I know. But no amount of college is gonna teach you those basic fundamentals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So listen, but do I think college should be free? No, I think it's an earned thing. I just don't. I don't know what the number is. First of all, because I didn't go to college, so I don't have any justification as to speaking on behalf of people that took loans out or didn't. I guess the thing that is, I don't know. I don't want to get too political because we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
But the thing that's frustrating is if one person is able to pay, if one person has parents who are able to pay.
Yeah.
And one person had to take loans out, and then you absolve the loans, does the person who paid up front get their money back too?
Yeah.
Well, the answer is usually no.
Yeah.
Of course not. It's well, how is that fair, though?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
So, I guess if it was a moving forward thing, but then it's well, what about everybody who literally just signed up, or everybody who just gave their down payment, or whatever? And then how do you pay for? Dude, shit costs money, bro. How are you going to pay for anything? But at the same time, why does it need to be so much? I also think college should be for specific things.
Yeah.
I think that you should be able to if you wanted to, if your buddy was getting married and he was like, "Andrew, I really want you to be the guy to marry us." You can go online and get a certificate that says that you are in the state of Massachusetts certified to
Who upheld the marriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you have to spend 50 grand?
Yeah.
Why do you have to spend 200 grand to get a film degree?
Yeah.
Or a degree in acting?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it, right? I was like, I really don't need to get a degree in acting to be an actor,
Yeah, but you still have to learn shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't have to get a degree.
Yeah.
If you had to get a degree in acting in order to be an actor, there'd be no child actors.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Exactly. It's so why was Stranger Things?
Probably a lot more jobs for little people. But I'm just saying, there'd be no child actors.
Yeah.
You imagine a 40-year-old little person playing a 6-year-old or whatever.
Oh my god. That'd be funny. Not funny, it would be kind of cool.
Cool for them. It'd be fucking hilarious for me.
Yeah.
That kid from Game of Thrones playing a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Mini-me.
Yeah.
Mini-me.
Oh, Vern Troyer, what a loss to society, dude. He was
he's
so
the
funny.
goat. The goat.
So funny.
Dude, I
seemed like such a cool guy, too.
Oh my god, I love that. I fucking love Austin Powers, dude. I fucking love Austin Powers.
Hilarious films.
Mini-me.
See, that's one of those things, right? Where you know, like Eddie Murphy plays. Do you ever see like Norbit or any of those movies? You like them? Okay, so I think Eddie Murphy's hilarious. His old stand-up from like the 70s and 80s is better than Chappelle. Like his old stand-up is like fantastic,
100%.
But those like Norbit films and that kind of shit, they're kind of like wonky, like fucking weird,
they're
like whatever, like Medea style, blah blah blah.
Rasputia.
Yeah, what? Like what? So if you look at like Austin Powers, though, right? He played like 9 characters in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
He played the Dr. Evil, Fat
Austin
Bastard,
Powers,
Austin
Fat
Powers.
Bastard.
He played the Gold Member. He played. There were other ones too that were him that I can't think of right now because they're probably specific to each individual film. But but like that was done right. Like they were actually well developed individual characters. It wasn't like let's just green screen this dinner table and have Austin dress up like 9 different people at once. I mean, Mike Myers dress up like 9 different people at once. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. Not that that's not, I'm sure it's a difficult thing to do or whatever, but it just wasn't I was like, oh, it's kind of.
I just love the comedy in it. I don't know, it's something about it. Like Fat Bastard, dude. Like, oh my.
Oh yeah, no, that's. I was talking about like the Eddie Murphy way.
Like when he's up on the screen, like you're laughing. Like you're laughing. Where's my chicken? And he's like.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when that movie came out. For like the next year, people were just running around elementary school, going, "Get in my belly!" Yeah. Like everyone.
Oh, I'm gonna eat you.
Yeah, like everyone was saying that stuff forever.
Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah.
So it's funny. I don't know.
Get in my belly.
Oh man,
shit's funny. Yeah.
It's good stuff. What else we got going on? Anything good?
See the Celtics the other night? Tied the series 1-1. I know you're not a big sports guy, but like, come on, it's something to talk.
I'm not. It's not even football season.
No.
It's like nothing really there.
The Celtics are gonna win it all, though.
Yeah, basketball's never done it for me. Hockey's never really done it for me either. Not that it's bad. If I'm watching, I'm not like rooting for
playoff hockey's fun. Playoff hockey's fun. I like playoff hockey.
Yeah. God, I am exhausted today.
Dude, I'm wiped.
I know.
Like I am so wiped today. I don't know what it is.
Ready for the weekend. I need to catch up on some sleep.
Yeah, you definitely do.
So that I can restart and feel rejuvenated for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do a whole bunch of stuff. What's today? Oh, okay, yeah, we got so. Yeah. Maybe we can try again on for our Monday episode to have some guests on or something.
Yeah. For sure.
And we gotta like look into some like current events or some other shit. I need some stuff to get aggravated about. I spend all my time editing our own shit.
I know.
I'm gonna start reviewing my own podcast.
Literally.
Being like, wow, look at that fat fucking asshole in that button down shirt being a fucking dingus. You know what I mean?
The mismatch sucks.
What are you talking about? My socks match.
No, my socks.
Oh, who gives a fuck about your socks?
Me? You like my socks?
I mean, they're all right.
I love fancy socks.
Those are fancy?
No, like funky, fancy socks, like just like not white mid-calves,
Yeah, we should go shopping at some point for you.
You hate them, don't you?
In general, the outfit choices are just...
Oh, I know, dude. You know what happened today?
Laundry day.
That's what. No, dude.
At the zoo?
No, so like my cleaning ladies were at my house, right?
Listen, fucking first world problems. Here we go. Your cleaning ladies are at your house. Yeah. Go ahead, tell the world about your cleaning ladies. How they're at your house. This is one of those times where I wish Cheeks was here because like I would pivot to him and just rip on him about his bougie ass life that he lives, with his collared shirts and all that stuff. But go ahead, tell the world about your cleaning lady so we can wrap this episode up.
No,
you don't have an option. If you want to be on Monday's episode, tell the world about your cleaning lady,
dude. So
because first of all, at the very least, you need to justify this horrendous thing that you're wearing.
This?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What, you don't like it?
But you don't wear
You
like
don't like
a
the
pattern. It's not about the. It's nothing matches.
I know.
There's no rhyme or reason.
I know. Dude, I was like picky on what I should wear underneath the shirt, you know?
Preferably something without a pattern
Yeah.
or a logo or a symbol, so that it doesn't detract. Right now, it's just like I'm playing Where's Waldo
I know.
with the Jolly Green Giant.
I know. I need to wash my clothes.
So the cleaning people wash your clothes?
No. So I was like still sleeping when they showed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like my dog starts like going crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I like knew it was them. And it's like 10, yeah, I'd say like 10 o'clock. So I'm like,
Why are you whispering? There's nobody else here.
I know. So I'm like,
Okay. I'm like lean. Like what? Like yeah. All right. Go ahead.
so I'm like, shit. You know, I'm like sitting in my room. I'm like, take my phone off the charger.
Why are you not allowed to be there when the cleaning people are there?
No, I am, but they start upstairs, right? So I'm like in my room, like in my underwear, like they just like open all the doors and like start like doing whatever the fuck they do, right? So I'm
Cleaning.
Like, yeah, so I'm like, hey, like give me 2 seconds, dude. Because one time, like I was still asleep and she like knocked on the door and I'm like, shit. So like, I like to be prepared for when they come now, you know. So that doesn't happen again. But yeah, they like showed up and I'm like, Nady, just give me like 2 seconds. So I like throw on like these, I don't even know what the like shorts, random shorts, and just like this shirt, and I like go downstairs. I'm like, sorry, like there's like 3 of them, and I'm like, sorry, like just like waking up. So I go downstairs, like whatever, do my stuff, and we had no water last night because like the hydrants are flushing or whatever.
Oh, in the town.
Yeah, so
What they don't give the entire town water?
huh?
They just take all the water away from the whole town? Or they say don't use your water or what? Or anybody on town
No, they
water?
flush the hydrant, so like literally no water will come out of like your.
For the whole town though?
Yeah.
That's what I just asked.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like I had no water and I was like dirty and shit, so I was like, fuck, dude, like come on. So like this morning, I wanted to shower really fucking bad, so like they were taking a long ass time upstairs, and I was like, shit, dude. So like I like shower or whatever, and then I like all my clothes are dirty, so I like had no outfit to like, you know, I just didn't have time. So
Good thing I didn't ask you to come in early. I almost did.
I know, dude. So I had to shower and yeah, I kind of just like threw this together.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, that's plenty for today. I can't do more right now.
Yeah, I'm white, dude.
I'm exhausted, and I have stuff I have to do this afternoon. But everybody out there in the world, enjoy your weekend. I'm sorry today's episode was not like the craziest party that it could have been. But trust and believe, the second Amber Heard takes the stand, I will be rejuvenated,
Yeah, tune
and
in
I
for,
will rip that testimony apart.
Tune in for Monday's episode, guys.
Something tells me Monday's episode will be the episode of all episodes so far.
I think
Next Wednesday's episode, kid, is episode 10. 10. So it's episodes of like 3.5 weeks.
fuck.
Right? 3, 6, 9.
10.
Wow. That's crazy. I ain't stopping anytime soon.
Best believe that.
Subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have a topic you want us to talk about.
Like the video.
Like the video. Share the video with your friends. Preferably, fuck sharing this one. Share last week's episode. I mean, yesterday's episode or whatever it was.
Yeah.
2 days ago. And tune in on Monday. And we will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Peace out.
Settle down. That's what it is. Settle down. Let's go. Come on.